there's just some things you should just let it go. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. I thank you for checking out this video. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel and you love wrestling content, this is the place for you. We cover a lot of WWE stuff. We're going to cover some AEW stuff, but right now, the way WWE is so hot and on fire, especially coming off WrestleMania, my main focus is on that, and I would love for you to join and get in on the conversation with all of us here. I'm going to keep this video very short. I wanted to talk about something that happened on AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday. Will Ospreay came out there, had an interview with Renee Paquette on the stage. And of course, if you've watched AEW or you've seen anything on social media, you know where I'm going with this. Will Ospreay took this opportunity to put his storyline and his feud with Bryan Danielson to the side for just a moment so we can address something else that was brought to his attention. And of course, there was this interview, or actually it was Triple H on the WrestleMania panel or Pat McAfee show, where he talked about how when he signs or wants to sign a wrestler or a superstar to WWE, and he finds out that they don't really want to work as much or they don't want to grind as much, that he passes up on them. He says, great, well, good. I want people who want to grind. I want people who are ready for this schedule, who wants to work all the time, make the towns, put in their dues, all that kind of stuff. So he's glad that those type of people fall through the cracks and don't end up signing with WWE. And of course, with the signings of Okada, Mercedes Moné, and Will Ospreay, a lot of fans started to try to piece it together and put two and two together. They think that Triple H might be talking about one of them. They thought he might be talking about Ospreay. And so I guess it's gotten back to Ospreay, and Ospreay took the time on his interview to mention the fact that he knows, he basically says, I know you're not talking about me. like there's no way you're talking about me, because I fly back and forth between here and Japan. I go to Mexico. I wrestle in AEW. I've paid my dues. I've traveled down the roads. I've worked the indie shows. I grind. I hustle. All that kind of stuff, right? He was basically saying this in his promo, and then he tops it off with saying, this coming from a guy who's only in the position that he's in because he's been grinding the boss's daughter or something. Like, come on, Will. Come on. Look, I love Will Ospreay, but for this, I just felt like this was so tacky and didn't need to be done. Plus, we don't even know if Triple H was talking about Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay just took the rumors online and what fans speculated, and he kind of just ran with it. And literally ran with it. Because now he mentioned it on TV, and, it just... I don't want him to fall to that level. There's no need for it, honestly. It just, that on top of what the Bucks did with the whole FTR thing, I just think AEW should just, everybody says it, AEW should just focus on themselves, honestly. AEW, I'm telling you guys right now, I don't know if you disagree with me or not, but AEW is not competition to WWE. They are not. Not even close. They can't be. Have you seen their arenas? When they and Eric Bischoff tweeted about this, where he said to Tony Khan, they've been trolling each other back and forth on Twitter. Eric Bischoff took a screenshot or something of when AEW was just recently in Toronto or Canada, and he said, yeah, it's weird that you're coming at me because, for a hot town for wrestling like Canada is, you have like a 20,000 seated arena, but you're only sitting like 2,000 or 3,000 people. Like, that's embarrassing, dude. If fans really are passionate about wrestling, they're gonna go to AEW. It's your product sucks, man. I don't know how else to say it. I used to be on board with AEW, right? Like when AEW first came out, I was so excited, and then of course they started signing people like Moxley, and then eventually Claudio Castagnoli went there, and then you got FTR shows up, and all the people who I loved in WWE all started going to AEW. Adam Cole, and I was like, wow, this is what I want to watch. But then it's like, I feel like AEW just hit a plateau, and they don't get bigger. They don't get better. They kind of just stay the same. There's a lot of question marks there. There's a lot of weird booking. There's a lot of crazy angles that make no sense. There's stories that gets dropped. The cameras lately, I don't know what's going on with the instant zoom and the zoom out. Like, in the middle of a promo, the crazy zoom in, a crazy zoom out. Like, what is going on over there? The audio is all off. Some weird screenshot of like a map was on my screen during the show, during Adam Copeland's match. I'm like, what is going on with AEW? Like, it's just chaotic over there. There's no foundation. There's no structure. It's like a shit show on AEW every week. It's crazy. I'm telling you, they've been losing me a lot lately. A lot. And Will Ospreay just saying that stuff, it really rubbed me the wrong way. I really do love Will Ospreay. I'm a huge fan of his. I hope that he can just not take what he hears on the internet or social media, or just don't acknowledge it, please. Just do your thing, dude. You're a beast. You don't have to rely to that. Everyone knows how hard you work. I honestly, in my opinion, didn't think Triple H was talking about Ospreay. I could be wrong. He could have been, but I really don't think he was. I know I've read some articles that the people within WWE were a little upset that Triple H didn't really sign or pursue Ospreay as hard as they all thought he should have, because he is a crazy generational talent. He's got charisma. He's got the in-ring ability, obviously. And it's very interesting. Ever since they signed him, we've been seeing a lot more of Ricochet on our TVs. It's kind of like, no, we don't need Will Ospreay. We got Will Ospreay at home, and it's Ricochet. That's what it just makes me feel like. But yeah, it's I would have loved for Ospreay to come to WWE, but I'm happy he's in AEW. At least I get to see him there, and I don't want anyone to think I'm crapping on AEW, because I kind of am, but it's not because I hate them. It's not a tribalism thing. Like, I'm not like Team WWE or Team AEW. I love pro wrestling. WWE has gotten all of my attention lately. Like, all of my focus is on them lately, and AEW has just been losing me because of it's just not. It doesn't feel like it's getting better over there, and it's hard for me to watch AEW shows recently without me like either cringing or just being like, ugh, that was stupid, or why are they doing that? It's hard. Look, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you could, just leave a like, leave a comment if you'd like. Let me know what you think on the whole situation, if you're happy that Ospreay said it, if you don't care that he said it, if you didn't even watch, or if you have no opinion at all. It's whatever. Some people don't like AEW, some people don't watch, and I get that. I understand. But yeah, I appreciate you checking out this video, though, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask again, if you please, wouldn't mind. You love wrestling, this is your channel. Give this channel, this video a like. Give the channel a sub. We'd be happy to have you here. And guys, have a great rest of the week. I'm sure I'm going to put out something else. And yeah, until then, have a great rest of the week and stay bitter.